there's only one thing to do, and that's to go back that side, and then we've got to look into the sun. There's nothing we can do about it. Such nice. You know what? Nothing we can do about it right now. Buffalo are doing things, lions watching. Now, Andy, there's no way that I can move that we're going to get a lock here to be able to view this. So I just want to get some footage. Confirm it is stable. Well, finally we managed to get a signal. It's a very awkward little spot that we're at, because moving even a few inches we lose signal. And while we've got those three boys, buffalo, having a little bit of a meeting. Yeah, I'm hardly copying you out of 5, which means we can't get questions. The giraffe are still wandering around in the background. It's really just a beautiful scene to just sit with. I could sit here all day. Giraffe in the background, buffalo at the water, and a lion watching them. What more could we want? Elephant. That's what we could have. Flies that are bugging him. Same flies that probably come with the buffalo. They can be irritating. They're very, very small flies, and they get into the nostrils and the corner of the eye and the corner of the mouth, places where there's moisture. And they do have quite a sharp little proboscis, so they can hurt. Not hurt, it's like a little pinprick. Little lady giraffe coming to have a drink. Maybe. Very vulnerable point or very vulnerable time for giraffe when they come to the water and bend down like that to drink. If you were a wise little boy lion, you'd sneak down below the dam wall, go around and come up behind that giraffe and catch it. We don't want you to catch a giraffe really, but just saying, that could happen. She's nervous. morning, Moira. Moira is asking a couple of things. First off, Moira is saying Ingwe is leopard. What is lion? Lion is Ngala in Ngala, Ngala in Shangaan. Bubezi in Zulu for a male lion. Ngonya for females in Zulu. But we just refer to him as Ngala. And as reference to guns, Moira is saying that they use like a flashbang type thing for polar bears, and wondering if it would help or make matters worse when it comes to elephant and lion. But I think for the likes of it, very hard to say, Moira. Very difficult to say, because the dynamics would be different in using a flashbang, and then you still might have to use a rifle. It depends on the individuals to a large extent. I'm sorry to use the word "it depends" again. Some circumstances it can make it worse, and some circumstances it can help. But the thing is that you're not really justified in becoming aggressive. Hang on, I've got to be on the radio. Sorry, Moira, I just had to get on the radio. What's happening on the radio? Sounds like they had a leopard up north, but they lost it in the drainage line. And it sounds like they can't. Not too sure about that lion sighting. It's the other lion. The rest of his crowd, the Black Dam Pride. Could be they were on a buffalo yesterday. Must verify that when I speak to one of the guys. Yes. Okay, turn the radio down again. Thought I heard a vehicle approaching. I guess I was wrong. Flashbangs. Gosh. The problem with using them is if you do make matters worse, and then it'll be too late to then use the rifle. With regards to these animals, you're not justified in shooting. You're not justified in shooting when an animal is still 10 yards away, whereas you maybe would be able to justify using a flashbang or just one of those thunder flashes. We used to call them thunder flashes in the army. Very hard to tell what they would do, Moira. It would have to be. We would have to see. What I mean is, we would have to be in the circumstances and use it to see whether it would be effective or not. So it's not something one could predict how the animals would behave with it. You know, when you're out there on foot and you are charged by an animal, you don't get time to fire off a warning shot. And technically speaking, a warning shot makes the same noise as a thunder flash or one of those bangs that you're talking about. And there's just no such thing as a warning shot, because you're only really justified in firing when that animal is almost on top of you. There's no firing before then, because with a bolt action rifle there's no time to reload in the time that between firing a warning shot and then the time when that warning shot has only made the animal angrier and it's still coming at you. There's no time to reload and fire again. So I hope I'm sort of articulating myself well enough in that we don't even the noise of a very high caliber rifle is probably the same noise as this bang you're talking about, and we just don't do that. We just don't fire a shot because you've got to save that shot for in case the animal doesn't stop, and then you've got to put it down. You've got to put it down with the first shot. Really a difficult question to answer, Moira, because I simply don't know how it would play itself out using one of those things. I would be more tempted to take a pepper spray and use a pepper spray, because I believe that would turn an animal quicker than a noise or a bang. But at least it'll buy you time. Ultimately, the idea is not to get yourself into circumstances where you do have to use a rifle or a bang or a pepper spray. But it's not something you can always do consciously, because sometimes when you're walking, these things happen. Sometimes they're on you before you know it. What I mean by on you, they're in your space. An animal is in your space before you know it, even though you're trying to avoid them. Sometimes you do have to cross through thick areas of bush, and sometimes, especially elephant can be so quiet. You'll be walking along and the next minute suddenly you've got an elephant in your face. You didn't even know he was there.